I know nobody ever expects to get injured, but I mean, were you especially surprised to have a hamstring injury, just given all the work that you've done, flexibility-wise?
Yeah, I mean, injuries kind of come out of nowhere, but I think I prepared pretty well coming up. It's just you can't really simulate what football does to your body, and for me to jump in after almost a year of not playing, it's body's kind of like, whoa, slow down, and it kind of forced me to slow down a bit. But I think I've taken this time to just sit back and watch. And I honestly think it's been super beneficial to me to just sit and watch because we have such a good unit that just watching these guys play and just learning the plays and learning the scheme because it's really similar to what I used to do, but a lot different in a different way. So just sitting back and watching has been super helpful, and I think I'm going to come back even better.
Is it Eric Armstead that you end up watching most of the time?
Yeah, I mean he's probably having the best camp out of anyone that I've noticed. He's just playing out of his mind right now, and I'm excited to see what he does during the year. And he plays end too, so just watching him and D and Solly, just great examples for me.
What are the biggest takeaways from you as an observer, since you can't get full-time reps that you want to implement once you are back?
Just kind of like scheme things that you would have to be playing in our defense to realize. Just aiming points. A lot of stuff in college was me reading the player in front of me. Now it's just me getting on an aiming point and going. So just learning how to trust that, and yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
Kyle says you've been doing this since you were 3 years old. He has no lack of confidence when it does come time for you to jump back in. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, he might exaggerate with 3 years old, but no, I think I'm gonna be just fine. I'm gonna get this hammy perfectly right, and I think there'll be plenty of time during camp to play football and get the reps that I need. So um, I was worried when it happened. I was pretty down on myself, just couldn't stay on the field. But once I got with the guys and I mean just had some of the older guys come talk me up a little bit, it's been super helpful, and I think I'm going to be just fine for the year, definitely.
Kyle said if there's a silver lining, it's the fact that the nature of your position, you don't really require chemistry with a quarterback or anything like that. You can just sort of let your natural skills come through. Do you feel that way, and do you think your transition might be a little bit easier just given the fact that rushing the passer isn't super dependent on other things outside of what you do?
I think that's partially true. You obviously don't have to have chemistry with like a receiver and a quarterback type thing. You could have chemistry with like a defensive tackle on the inside, but I think just getting enough reps to where you are confident with your moves and you're reacting quick. I think there's only so many reps you could take at D-line before it becomes like detrimental to you, and I think I'm going to get plenty during camp, so I think I'll be fine. Yeah.
You think it won't? I mean, how long do you think it would take you to get back that confidence that you just mentioned?
Probably just a couple weeks of practice. Just getting those reps over and over again, and then you obviously could keep improving from there. And I'm missing a little bit of that now, but I think the camp will be plenty of time preseason. Yeah.
Nick, do you get any tips or anything like that from offensive tackles like Staley or McGlinchey, or is it limited to defensive meeting rooms?
Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty good relationship with both of them. Joe's not practicing right now, so I spent a little time with him off the field just because we're both out right now. He's not with an injury; he's just a vet, so he's taking his vet days. And McGlinchey's just a good dude. I got to know him pretty well because he was the first round pick last year, and he dealt with a lot of the pressure and all that stuff coming in as the guy that everybody's relying on. So he's a really good dude too. And I haven't gotten to go against either of them much because Joe's out and I'm not playing. So once we get going together, though, I think it'll be a good relationship to just give each other tips because we're both on the same team.
What kind of advice has your brother been able to give you just not being able to play, going through this process?
Joey went through a hammy his rookie year too. Pretty busy as a rookie, going to all the premieres and doing all this extra stuff, flying out to see a bunch of teams. So you don't really get the training that you need to be ready. So he dealt with that, and I think he's just been a good person to just lean on during a tough time.
Now that you've seen D Ford in person, what are your impressions of what he can do?
I mean, when he wants to go, he could go. So I think it's just seeing a vet, just how he goes about his craft and how much he actually loves football. It's pretty fun to watch. You don't really get that in college because everybody's kind of new and you're only there for a few years, so you don't really get the amount of reps to become a seasoned vet like he is. And he works his craft. He only does a few things, but those few things are unbelievable. So that's all you need, really, just master a few things, and I've learned that from him.
You picked his brain a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good dude, so we talk all the time.
Nick, you're one of the few unsigned first-round picks. How do you anticipate that evolving once training camp starts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really deal with that, so I let my agent do that. I've probably asked him about it once throughout this process, but I know it takes a little bit for that to happen for a lot of guys, so I'm just patient and see what happens.
Well, what's your game plan for the next 6 weeks? Where are you going to be?
We're gonna be here a little longer, the rookies, so I'm gonna keep training with the staff here, and then I'm gonna head home and get with Joey and just get that hammy completely right, because I'm almost there.
What's the key to getting it right?
Just listening to your body, not pushing through stuff that you shouldn't push through, especially right now. Obviously, during the season, it'll be a little different. But just making sure it's your body's telling you that it's right, and not re-aggravating it and getting setbacks.
Home back to the South Florida.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you, Nick.
Cool. Thanks, guys.